so I can say that their voices are bad.
Well, oh my god.
I agree with her. The voices, I can.
Hello, all the beautiful people that are watching this right now. Welcome to the Blazin podcast. Well, in this episode, I am your host, as always, Gibi, and today we will talk about a rather interesting topics that I've been dying to talk about. And before that, I am not alone here. I am joined with two beautiful guests that will probably give some insights about this particular issue, I guess. So I am joined by Jocelyn and Mira. Hello. So, before going any further, would you guys want to introduce yourselves first?
Hi, my name is Mira and I'm a choreographer. Thank you for having me.
Hello, I'm Jocelyn. I'm a football trainer. It's nice to be here. Thank you.
Yay! So as you can see, we have two guests. Well, with their jobs, with prominent in the K-pop industry, and so let's just get started into our discussion. So have you guys heard about the commotion lately about a particular group that did a questionable job while singing, while dancing at a music festival like this April?
Well, I think I know what you're talking about. It's pretty obvious, actually.
Well, in my opinion, they were performing really well actually. They are good dancers, but maybe the vocals just weren't it, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. How can I not? It was everywhere. Every time I check my phone, on Instagram, on X, on TikTok, even on my YouTube timeline, it was everywhere. Every post is talking about that. Well, it's like Joe said, it was everywhere because it was a similar thing. See, actually, because I know they were performing for worried audience and not for.
Yes, so if you guys didn't know, one of the biggest girl groups, Korean girl groups right now, Sserafim, they went on Coachella to perform this April. But they got backlash because some reasons. And with that, why don't we take a look at one of their performances, right? So let's go. All right, so that was it. And from what I saw on this clip and many other clips on social media, I think that they were singing, but like they were a very short on breath. So it was like, it sounds like they were screaming. And I think that's why people were judging them so much because they are K-pop idols and they couldn't sing properly while dancing. And especially Sakura, I think she's got the most backlash. And I think it's because she has been an idol for like, how long? 13 years, right? And it's just weird to see her struggling to sing while dancing because she has a lot of experience in the industry, right? So I just want to know, what are your thoughts about this issue?
Okay, so it's really weird because I think with her long experience, Sakura should be able to maintain a stable performance or maybe at least be a better than any of idols nowadays because I think that she's gone through a long training period and it's for her to come an idol a debut, right? So I think it's the best for her to properly dance and singing because she's gone through a long time period of training. I agree with her. Actually, it is honestly disheartening to see them getting hate comments about their performance at Coachella. But I think as a K-pop idols, shouldn't you master at least basic points of singing before you actually debuting? Like I taught a lot of K-pop idols in some companies in singing before they debuted, and I always say to them that the criteria of idols that the public and I want is that they can be stable at singing, even though they are exhausted from singing several of their songs because they are singers.
Oh yeah, oh my god, you taught some K-pop idols. What idols have you taught?
It's actually a secret, but I can tell you after this recording is done.
So later, okay. Yeah, I just want to know, right? Well, talking about debuting, as far as I know, they were trainees before, right? Before becoming an idol. So what do they do as trainees? I mean, I know they train to become K-pop idols, but maybe in Sakura's case, like what happened to her? Did she get some kind of different treatments or trainings or something?
As you mentioned before, she has had a career in for about 13 years, right? And she's starting with HKT48, AKB48, IZ*ONE, and now she is the member of Sserafim. So, as for the training treatment in Korea and in Japan, I don't think it has a big differences of they teach their trainees, because the purpose of the trainees is to make their trainee become a great singer and has a golden voice. So I think, yeah, in in her so much debut experience, I think she should improve her singing skills. That's right, Jill. I agree because I haven't watched and studied the dance techniques of many idols group, and let's say one of them is IZ*ONE. I feel that when Sakura was in IZ*ONE, she gave a good and stable performance, but of course, being an idol means that she has to continue to improving her skills. And if we talk about being an idol, it's normal to go through a long period of training because, there are criteria to debut as an idol. That's why there are many trainees that get a long training period up to a dozen years.
So, criteria, I heard you say about something criteria. And what are they exactly?
Well, the point is that to debut as an idol, a trainee needs usually practice their singing and dancing skills continuously so that they can sing with a stable voice while they're dancing in the same time. That's the criteria. But this usually just the beginning one because each company certainly have a different criteria and different treatment for every trainee they have. There are companies that focus on training them in a long period before debuting them, but there's also a company that have a short period for their training before their debuting. And I think that the trainees cannot argue with the company because it's the company's power. If the company says you have to debut right now, and they can argue about it, they have to debut. But if the company said, no, you cannot debut yet, so there's nothing the trainee can do.
Yeah, it's at the end of the day, it's because of the company that has the power, right? And that is very obvious actually, but I mean, wouldn't they, maybe all of the companies probably, wouldn't they prioritize singing lessons for their trainees? Because they sell songs, am I correct?
The company's focus before the fourth generation is to selling songs by emphasizing by their idols, vocals, and movements. And not just selling this song that was highly chart in every week, but yeah. In fact, in K-pop idols definitely want to win every music shows, right? So, in my opinion, if you if you if you want to win the music shows, but your voices is not is unpleasant to hear, I think you cannot you can read like that. Like if you want to just dancing, you want to prove your dancing is good, is awesome, but yeah, the voices I can I don't know what to talk about.
There should just be a dancer where we are. And yeah, so let's go back to Sakura here. Maybe we know that she might not be the best vocalist in the industry, but do you think she should still be an idol? Because, I mean, like, her training years are over, maybe, I don't know, but she could still train to be better, right? And does it impact her mental and physical being?
You know, she launched typing on her Weavers app on April 15th, if I'm not mistaken, about their Coachella performance.
Oh, really? I've never seen that before. Wow.
Yes, she said different people have different standards. She said Sserafim gave their best performance at Coachella. I agree, I strongly agree. They are giving the best performance at Coachella to the people who come to the Coachella. But I think Sakura shouldn't defending herself like that. Instead of improving her singing skills, and so if I ask, can she still be an idol? The answer is absolutely yes. If she wants to grow better than before, right? And fundamentally, I think she can. She must feel down for the many criticism about her singing skill. I feel bad for her.
Eh, Honestly, I saw that what she brought on the Weepers app too, because technically it's everywhere on the media social. Because every time I open it, it's like, oh, that's her typing on the Weepers, and I think that I feel sorry. I honestly feel sorry about her getting criticized by the public, by the netizen because of her singing skills, and maybe it could be affecting her mental health as well as her physical health because who don't? It's getting criticized with everyone. And in my opinion, Sakura still has the potential to become a much better idol in the future as long as she's willing to improving her dancing skill, improving her singing skills. It's not impossible for her to have a bright future as an idol because she's good, but she still needed improvement.
Yeah, she's actually really, really good, and she improved so much because I've seen a lot of clips from the Aizone days, and I think she could be a really wonderful star one day with so much power. And let's maybe uplift her Sakura more because she has been getting some criticism, and let's talk about their dances, right? Because of course, some dances maybe have some impacts on physical, no, on vocal abilities. But on Les Seraphim's case, when I see their dances, I feel like their dances are not too extreme or too basic. So I feel like it's in the middle. And do you think that their dances justify their vocal qualities?
May I answer first?
Let's we all put Sakura's vocal issue aside. Honestly, I was impressed, total impressed of Le Sserafim performance at Coachella 2004 because they did the best. They did the best they could do to give the Coachella audience a great show. I saw their dancing. They performed their dance very energetically and spectacularly, but I can help but notice that it's so hard for them to catch their breath. They look really exhausted. As a choreographer myself, I often emphasize to the people I teach that breathing control is the basic thing to become a dancer, for dancers to learn, because if
you can manage your breathing, you can sing very well. It means that if you managing your breathing, the sounds that will be released when you're singing, it becomes more clearer and the audience can hear it because it's more audible. By the way, do you know the new girl group under hype, Eyelid?
Oh yeah, I know.
Yeah. So they also became the talk of a lot of K-pop fans out there because of their encore stage of their first win. Yeah, their voice was quite unpleasant to hear. So I can say that their voices are bad.
Well, oh my god, maybe that was
Sorry for the Island fans out
that
there.
was too harsh. But yeah,
They're back. Yeah, that I know.
yeah, I actually saw that before, the encore stage of them, and yeah, they were standing, but their vocals just weren't giving. I think, and do you are they from from the same agency?
No. Islet and Sserafim are the same label under hype, but they are from different agencies. Sserafim is from Source Music, if you have heard about different. They're from the same agency. Meanwhile, Islet is from Belief Lab, the same one as Enhypen.
Okay, I actually kind of read something about like maybe a conspiracy because it's just weird to me. And I know that labels and companies have their own characteristics. And for Hypes is that this, I think. And what about the other companies?
Ooh, it's kind of sensitive topics because we know that Hype is a label, not company or agencies, right? And they have many entertainment under their labels. I'm going to talk about one of them. It's Ladies Entertainment. As I've learned from looking at their past groups, they have a lot of training. When they're still trainees, but the results are definitely worth it because we can see from their active group like now, like 17, they have many members, 13 members, but they can dance properly in synchronization and their vocal, they sound so very good. And also you can see from the newly debuted group from Pledis, it's called Tuas. They also can sing and dance properly. I think that maybe they're ready to compete in this, let's say, fifth generation of K-pop era. Okay, so since we already talked about the Pledis Entertainment, I will talk about the SM Entertainment. Since I have long studied about their vocal technique to what they teach to their idol forerunners, and let me use an example, aespa, because aespa and Sserafim both from fourth generation, right? So, aespa also have performed at Coachella back in 2022, which is 2 years after their debut, and same case with Sserafim. And while looking from each member's profile, Sserafim have two members there that have what is it called? Singing experience. Like Sakura debuted for about 13 years. Yoonjin was a opera musical singer. So I think with the performance like that, Sserafim shouldn't provide us with a bad performance at Coachella.
Yeah, I forgot that aespa was on Coachella too in 2022. So, wait, I'm kind of curious. I kind of want to see, maybe compare each other. So, why don't we see one of their performances by aespa? Yeah, let's see. Okay, wow, that was aespa as always, gorgeous, and I think we already have a great time right now. And it is a really interesting topic to talk about, especially with you guys. And I just hope that maybe no crazy events will attack me because of this episode. And I just want to say something. Maybe we as fans should always consider our idols as just human beings because they are still human beings and they do make mistakes. But we should always call them out for it. If they make mistakes, we should not turn a blind eye on them. And I think, yeah, that's it. What about you guys? Do you have any final thoughts about this?
But first, give relax. As a fans, they should discern what worth it to critic or what isn't. And well, yeah, thanks for having me, Gibby, in this podcast. Thank you for bringing up this kind of topic because there are still many fans out there who talking talking this topic with hate and fanaticism. And hope you're watching the podcast.
Surely, I agree that this is a really nice topic to discuss with you guys. I hope that everyone who hear this podcast can distinguish between hatred and criticism because, you know, you can be a good fan and not be fanatical about them in a wrong way because, idol is a human too.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's so nice to have this whole conversation with you too. Maybe see you guys in another change.
Has been really nice. And thank you so much for hanging out with me today. And I hope I won't bother you anymore today. And yeah, thank you guys too for watching this episode. And I hope I will see you again in the future. Goodbye.